Hi team. Today we're back using those weights again. I'm kind of doing 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, 1 week off, just to balance it all out a little bit more. So grab your dumbbells or something similar, go and check out your kitchen, see what you've got to use. But I highly recommend everyone should have a set of dumbbells, because strength training, upper body is so important, especially us women, because we tend to have much stronger lower bodies, so we have to do a lot more work on the upper body. And believe me, the more you work through it, you do start to feel massive difference. So grab some weights, bring yourself into child's pose. I've got a cardigan on mine because I'm really cold, so it won't be long until I warm myself up. Probably take all of 2 minutes to get warm. Okay, so find a comfortable place. I'm going to get a nice wide knee stance. My big toes are just slightly touching, and I'm just going to drop myself down onto the elbows, head down, chest down, and I'm just going to sway very subtly side to side. So my head is hovered off the floor, and I'm pushing from one arm to the other, just beginning to feel the stretch into my lower back. And then I'm going to reach my arms forward, wide on my mat, and just sway side to side here. Beginning to lengthen out a little bit more, extending the elbows, and just beginning to feel that stretch down the sides of the back. So you can do this in a cat stretch if you prefer, just lifting up and coming under into a nice curve. And you can wriggle your hips side to side, like a little side flexion. Yeah, just get that little stretch down the side. Pull your bottom back, ease it forward, pull your bottom back. I don't mind what you're doing, as long as you're finding you're just reaching and stretching, and don't just statically hold. With dynamic stretching, we're starting to wake everything up. And just take one more deep breath wherever you are. And then inhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, bring yourself up onto your hands and knees. I'm going to take my cardigan off because I'm not going to be able to demonstrate anything with the cardigan on. Good, and just bring yourself onto your hands and knees. Let's go into a nice cat stretch, lifting the eye gaze, lift the chin, lift the bottom. So I've dipped the middle of my back, and then exhale, just curling under. Inhaling, dipping, back extension, and exhaling, curling under. Do that one more time. Inhaling, and exhaling. Good. And I want you to just bring yourself down onto your elbows, interlacing your fingers, making a triangle position through the body. And I want you to just hover your knees off the floor. And from there, lift your bottom and extend your legs. Try and create an upside down V. And then inhale, drop your knees to the floor, lift your eye gaze and lift your bottom, just like we were doing, like a cat stretch in extension. And then tuck the chin slightly, lift those knees, push up. And then inhale. This time, if you want, just hover your knees, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, lift back up. So now we're going to start warming up a little bit. Inhaling, dropping those knees, your eye gaze is just very slightly forward. My back is staying in a neutral spine. And then exhale, pushing the heels down, lengthen out through the backs of those knees, stretch through the calves. Inhale, hover. You can stick with the knee down and a little extension if you prefer. Then lift back up. 3 more. Inhale, a little hover. Exhale up. One more time, little knee hover. And then exhale up, hold here. Up in dolphin, push the heels down, feel that wonderful stretch. And then gently drop your knees to the floor. I'm just going to remove my socks. So I'm removing my clothes bit by bit here. Good, push up onto your hands. Grab your weights. Take your knees wide. We're going to go for those lovely rotations up towards the sky and underneath our bodies. So remember, when you bring the weight underneath your body, you're trying to control the move. So you're not allowing everything to just kind of drop down on that rotation. You soften the arm that's on the ground. You soften the elbow that's holding the weight. and we squeeze and rotate the body up. So my elbow stays slightly bent the whole time, and then we feed the arm under, squeezing deep into your obliques, the sides of your abs, to reach the arm through. And I'm using my arm strength to hold the weight in a hover. So both moves have a purpose. Reaching under. If it's too much with the weight, lose the weight, yeah? And feet. And allow that give through the hips, but please try and rotate through your waist. Reaching up and underneath. So if you've noticed that I pause on both points, I lift up, I pause, I reach through, I pause. 4 more. Squeeze deep into those abs. We've got 2 more of these, guys. Don't rush it. Keep with me. 1 more. Now, lightly bring the weight down. Stay in this position. Walk your hands a little bit further forward and then lower your hips into a half plank. Okay, from here, we're going to swing up, tap the ground. 9, tap the ground. Hips stay facing towards the floor. My abs are now engaged a little bit more. My arm is now taking a little bit more weight. 6, 5, don't lean too far forward. 4, 3, back to the floor. 2, back to the floor. And 1, back to the floor. Walk your hands in, thread that arm under, and drop your head to the floor. Come into a side rotation stretch. Encourage the arm through using your left arm. If you wish, you can open that arm up and just rotate a little bit more. So we're working the fingertips to the ceiling, palms facing away. Or you might just want to use that arm to assist the stretch. And then carefully bring your hands down, slide the arm out from underneath. Hands flat on the ground. Tuck your toes under, lift into a downward facing dog. Walk through those legs, bending and extending one leg at a time, just waking up the backs of the legs into the hamstrings. And then I want you to just take a little look at what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to start with my right leg because we're starting with our right arm. I'm going to lift this leg up, whoop, and kick my TV. So my legs come up into a straight line behind me. I'm lengthening up, pushing my left heel into the floor. I'm then going to come forward into a plank, swing the knee, and tuck the chin towards the knee and kick the leg back up to the sky. So come with me now, leg up behind, let's go. Inhale, rock forward, my left leg stays straight. I tuck the knee towards the chin, I kick the leg back up. That's the speed you are going. Coming forward, lengthening away, 2. And if this is too much for you, please drop your left knee. Take your right leg out behind and then curl it under and kick it away. Curl it under and kick it away. So you're going to be doing 2 of these repetitions that's equivalent to 1 of the exercises when you're on your toes. So just keep, if you're doing that lower option, keep that in mind that you're going to do every 2 you do, we would have done 1 up on the toes. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So we're probably on number 5. Come forward, squeeze and reach. That's for 6. Forward, squeeze and reach. Remember that left leg rolls forward onto the toes, rolls back towards the heel. 1 more after this. Okay, let's go. Everyone come forward, hold that knee. Hold it, kind of squeeze it a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and park it. Let's take that lovely stretching pigeon. So, you know your options with stretches here. So you can take this foot, slide it further to the left side of my mat, my knees more towards the right wrist, and I'm sitting with my hips equally. Yeah, so I'm not rotated, I'm not sinking into the left side, I'm equally my hips and my left leg is lengthened behind and foot relaxed. I lift up and reach up in my pigeon, and then I carefully drop down to my elbows, or you might want to lengthen your arms all the way down to the floor. And the reason why we do seated hurdle a lot now is because it takes a lot of the pressure out of the knee and the hip joint. So if you prefer to do seated hurdle, now come down into your right buttock, bend the back knee in slightly, and then walk your arms towards that right foot and sink your body weight forward and find your stretch there. So this is a lot more comfortable for the joints of the body. And sometimes I find this is a deeper stretch, but a lot of people love the pigeon. So relax the shoulders wherever you are. We're going to go into a nice little deep thigh, hip flexor stretch. So if you're on your elbows, come up onto your hands. Lift up tall, bend your back leg. Take your right hand in front, swing the left arm around, catch around the foot and drive the heel gently in towards the bottom, and then slowly turn your shoulders back around to the front. So we try and drive the heel in and find that deep stretch through that left thigh. So again, if you're a seated hurdle, you just stay here. And then if you feel you want a bit more of a stretch, walk the hand away and just turn away from that foot. Okay, and then you'll get a little bit more of a deeper thigh stretch, or you can take the knee back a little bit. So play with the stretch. Wherever you are, you could tighten those thighs. This could be pretty nasty. Take one more deep breath and carefully release the foot. Hands down in front of you, tuck your toes, lift your body weight up and come into downward facing dog. Good job. So from here, walk through the legs. And we're going to lift that left leg up behind, hopefully without kicking my TV this time. Push the right heel into the floor for that lovely stretch. Squeeze the belly. When you're ready, we're going to come forward. Float the knee, tuck the chin, and kick it back. All controlled. Slowly come with it. And again, if you're on your knee, lengthen the left leg behind, and then just tuck under, swoop everything in, scoot the belly in to get that core working, and kick the leg away. So you're just changing your back position, curl under, lengthening away. And expect to get that strength building up into your upper body. Expect your shoulders to start feeling this. Okay, I think we're probably 4 more. 10 each side, that's what you're aiming for. Squeeze. Last 2. Okay, that last one. When you're ready, we come forward and we hold a plank and we hold that knee hover and we squeeze deep in through the upper body into those abs for 5, 4, don't let those bottoms go up in the air, and drop it down. Let's stretch pigeon on this side. Right leg slides away. Foot comes a little bit higher if you can, knee towards the left wrist. Seated hurdle if you prefer, so sink into that left hip and bend your right knee slightly up. And when you're ready, drop it down. So I've got a slight left knee injury at the moment. So I might actually change this to hurdle because I'm feeling it in the joint more than I'm the muscle, even though I'm very tight in the muscles. So that's probably saying something. So if I just drop out of it, pull that knee in, and then I'm going to stretch here. And there you go, I get complete muscle stretching without the pain. Take some long breaths and just sink into it. So you can go a little bit deeper, 2 more breaths wherever you are. You may be flat down on that floor in pigeon, quite comfortably enjoying the stretch. And then carefully bring yourself up onto your hands. Sit tall, bend that back heel, catch your right arm around the inside edge of the foot and drive the heel in towards you. And then if you want more, slide your backhand away and turn away from that foot. So you're turning towards the back of the room. So if I might try this in pigeon because I get more of a thigh stretch and I'm not sinking down. That's just about doable for me. So drive the heel in, turn the shoulders forward and breathe. You just let your body weight drop down. Carry no tension. 2 more breaths. And then on your next breath in, just ease it off. Hands to the floor, power yourself up and drop your knees down, come into child's pose. So this one's a little bit more relaxed. My elbows are relaxed to the floor, my head's dropped down, and I'm just letting my bottom sink into my heels. But I'm not just static, I'm still slightly active. I'm still using those arms, just deepen the stretch as I drive deeper into the heels. And then slowly come up, bring yourself up into your hands and knees, grab your free weight again. We're going to start with the rotations again. Knees wide, right hand underneath the chest, softening the elbow. Left hand grabs your weight. Soften the left elbow, and when we're ready, we're going to take that weight up. And we're going to gently float under, deep bend in the elbow, squeezing the abs. And I'm using my muscle strap to hold my arm in a hover. Then up. Feel those obliques, controlling the move. Squeeze, up. And up for 5. Come on, let's do this. 4, this might be your weaker side. It is mine, so I'm going to focus a little bit more on range and control. Last 2, everyone. 1 more. Reach up. And under 1 more time. And then bring your hand back to here. So I'm going to take my hands a little bit further forward, drop my hips down a little bit, not too much. You've got a t-shirt that's riding today. Okay. So back to those rotations, but faster. You don't have to drop your hips if you don't want to. You can stay back up in box, but just add a little bit more in when you're ready. Let's go. 10, tap, 9, tap. Now feel those tummy muscles stabilizing your hips. My hips are wanting to turn, but I am stopping them using my core. 5, 4, 3, take those shoulders away from your ears. Last 1, and 1. Move the hand back, thread that arm under, and then lower yourself down, either catching the hand to pull the arm under, freeing the shoulder blade. Or if you wish, you can just rotate the arm, palm facing towards me, so your fingers, backs of your fingers are pointing away from the computer. Mine are. Anyway. But you can stay here and just go a little bit deeper. Let the hips just sway to one side. 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, just release the weight. Bring yourself back up. Drop down to your elbows. Interlace those fingers, pull shoulders down, extend through the spine, tuck your toes, hover. So we lift up, we drop down. We lift up, we drop down. My knees do not touch the ground. Well, they They kind of air kiss the ground, but there's no resting. Fill your quads. Fill your quads. 8, 7, 6, we're doing 15 in total. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Hold it there. Inhale, lower the knees back beneath those hips. Eye gaze forward. Extend through the spine. Hold it. Make sure you're not letting your tailbone do that. Tuck under. Hold, hold. Now your thighs should be feeling this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Whilst you are here, come up onto your hands. Keep those feet tucked, those toes tucked. Fan your toes, and then just gently drop your bottom back into your heels. Lightly put your hands onto your thighs. Lean back if you feel you need a little bit more opening through the feet. So if you're particularly open in the feet, you might want to just lean all the way back into the hands. Close the knees. Open the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind. Get you that nice stretch through the upper body. You might want to drop your head back slightly, but just please be very aware you're not hyperextending through the neck, creating any problems. If that's too much, just stay up here. And even if here is too much, just lightly have your hands forward and push your bottom down into your heels. And then we're going to free ourselves, tap across the feet onto the mat. And then swing the feet around in front of you, grab your weights. Okay, we're going to do a combo exercise. I'm going to turn and face you so you can see both arms. Legs bent, feet on the ground. Reach up tall. So if you know that you've got a bit of a dodgy lower back, now's the time to grab a little bit of a prop to stick behind your lower back, right on the coccyx area, so that when you soften through the spine, you feel there's a nice little cushion there and your abs are holding it in tight. You're going to take your arms wide and you're going to drop yourself back into that quarter or half roll back. I recommend knees bent. You can extend them. Squeeze the thighs, scoop the belly in. We gently come up on a bicep curl. We turn the palms and we extend the arms up. I've got bright light shining. I'm turning my palms back together and I'm gently dropping them halfway. Now their abs are going to fire off. Extend back up, drop them out wide, turn your palms in and lower your arms down. There we go. Combination of 3 exercises in one. So we exhale together. Inhale. Exhale up, turn the palms in, weights together. Bend not too far because your belly's got to control that. Take it back up, open your palms, drop them down, turn them in and down. Yeah? So make sure to start working the exercise. Make sure your bicep curls, elbows close in, palm turns, you extend, your palm then turns in together at the top above your head, and then your elbows point to the sky as you bend, but don't go further back than your head. Don't go all the way behind, otherwise you're going to fall backwards. Then you open out palms, then tuck the elbows in as you turn your palms into the shoulders and lengthen out as you drop down. 3 exercises in one. Slower you go, the better it's going to be. If you get confused, just keep going. Okay, it does involve a little bit of coordination. So the easy part is the curl, because it's a big muscle group compared to your shoulders and your triceps. Then we open a big extension, then palms come in. Elbows point forward as we lower the weights halfway down behind the head, extend back up, open the palms, tuck in, and bicep curls down. We're just going to do 2 more of those, yeah? Because your abs should be on fire, and if they're not, get a little bit lower. Halfway, 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 and my abs fire up 10 times more at that point. And that is why I like a tricep overhead. Last one. Now, turn, extend, palms in. 10 of these if you can. Down, straight up. Down, straight up. Down, come on. and 5 and 6 and 7. Those upper abs should be on fire. And 9 and 10. Listen, drop the weights down towards your chest. Open your arms and we're going to fire up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Come on, breathe. 6, 5, power it. 4, 3, give me 2, give me 1. We haven't finished. Turn your palms in. Drop your arms to the floor. Squeeze those abs even more. And let's go. 10, tap. 9, tap. 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on. 4, drop down lower if you can. And 2, and 1. Drop them. Bring yourself forward. Take a breath. Lift yourself out and take a couple of breaths here. So when I say lift yourself out, you get that lovely extension in the spine. So that's your shoulders, biceps and triceps all in one there. And then just bring your weights down by your side and roll yourself carefully down towards the floor. We're going to do what we did last time we did weights, is open the arms out wide. Sliding your hands a little bit higher. Find your breath. We're going to slide the heels a little bit closer in, and when you're ready, slowly roll your hips up into a bridge. Okay, we're going to work the arms on their own. And this is really nice because it throws you out of alignment. So your core stability needs to kick in. So just grab hold of the weights and just soften your elbows. So you've just lifted the wrists slightly off the floor. My right arm is going to come up. It's going to circle all the way down towards the floor, open out and drop back down. Left arm up, drop down, turn the palm up, release. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this would be a lot more challenging with both arms. So if you want to go for both arms, do it now. Up, down, circle, and drop. Up, down, circle, and drop. Squeeze deep into those legs. Remember, with a bridge, the more you pull your heels in towards your bottom, those hamstrings are going to fire off. 1 more. Now lift your arms up above the chest. Pause here. Bend your arms behind. Lift those hips a little bit higher. Okay, here's a challenge. See if you can lift your right knee in and work the arms with that foot. Tap as you extend the arm, and extend the arms and drop them back down. Tap, drop, tap, drop. That left leg is going to fire up. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause there. Find your breath. Lift those hips. When you're ready, take the balance into your right leg. Lift that knee off. Tap the weights behind and go together. 1, 2. I think I'm doing same move with the same with the arm. I think I'm meant to be going up and tap, up and tap. You choose whatever you want to do. Whatever's more coordinated for you, do this. The challenge is it's about stability through one side of your body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your leg, lift the weights up, open those arms, and slowly roll out. I lost my coordination completely then. I'm definitely blaming homeschooling for my lack of brain cells and remembering anything to do with my own job, because I'm too busy doing their job. So, well, not doing their job, but brain dead. Okay, we're going to lift those legs to tabletop. We're going to extend the legs up high. Okay, so again, a little bit of instability for our core to work a little bit more. We're going to open the right leg out wide and then squeeze it back up and then open the left leg wide. Squeeze it back up. So abduct to work. So when we drop our right leg out, our left leg stays directly above the hip, and then the left leg goes out, the right leg stays above the hip. If you want more challenge, arms up, opposite arm to leg, and release. Try it without or with the weights. I actually think it's a little bit easier with a weight, and you feel your core right there working to control the stability of the body. If it's too much, you can do this with a knee bend and a knee bend. Or you can just carry on doing the legs with the arms down like that, yeah? Lots of options. 4 more, so that's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause there. Bend the knees. We slowly kick the arms and legs away. Drop the weights if you need to. Curl in into a little ball. Head down, arms and legs lengthen away. Lift in, curl into a ball. Feels too much? Just hold your fingertips to your temples. Extend your arms and legs away. Support and curl into a ball. If that still feels too much, then curl into a ball, tap your toes and extend your arms still. Pulling in, tap the toes and extend. 4 more. Inhale. Last 2. Last 1. Lengthen, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Fabulous. Drop the weight down by your side. Find your breath. Okay, when you're ready, bring your knees in towards your chest. Take a little rock side to side. Slide your hands around the backs of your legs. Take a little roll up to seated. Right. We are going back into the upper body, working those obliques. We're going to do some arm circles and some rotations. Please don't feel you have to use the weights for this. They are always there as an option. It's much more of a challenge. So I'm going to show you without the weights to begin with. I will probably turn towards you again. So sit yourself up tall, just with a little bit of support with your hands, and then just glide your arms forward. You're going to softly drop back again, so use that little prop if you used it before. And we're going to swoop the right arm through, all the way up towards the sky and back to the middle, and then simply swap to the other side. Can you see how this is going to be so difficult with a free weight? So we swoop, reach, 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 and back. Down, follow, keep those knees squeezed together to stop the pelvis from rotating. So with a weight, I've got 2.5s. That, I'm going to definitely have to rest that one on my knee. That one will swoop, but that rotation is virtually impossible. So inhale, exhale. And I think I'm just going to end up hurting my back. Unless you've got really light weights like 0.5s or 1s at a push, use them. Otherwise, you're just going to be as effective using no weight. This is about mobility through your shoulder joint more than strength work. Those of you that want to go a little bit further, not with weights, you can do 2 arms together, 4 more or 2 more each side. Swoop it, the eye gaze stays forward, we pull it through. And swoop it, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up tall, fire those abs. Inhale, exhale. One last time, squeeze thighs. Exhale, pause, drop down a little bit lower, and let's go. Lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop. Pulling that thigh in towards the chest, sinking back. Come on, let's work it. Use your lower abs. 8, 7, 6, 5. If you're holding weights, your shoulders are going to be on fire. 2 and 1. Drop down, slide those hands, rest down. Take a breath. Lift up tall. Now we're going to do an exercise that I don't think we've ever done in one of my classes before. So why not do it today? And then we're going to come back and do our arm circles the other way. So let me show you what you're going to do. You stay with your bottom on the ground like this. I'm going to turn my fingers out because that's the most comfortable position. I'm going to slide my right hand slightly underneath and I'm going to lift my hips and my arm up. Then I'm going to drop back down, tap back down with the buttocks and lift back up. So I'm squeezing up through the thigh bone, squeezing my butt. I'm slightly rotated and I'm opening out the shoulder that's on the floor and then tap back down. So come with me now. We're going to do 10 through one side. Try and keep the full foot grounded. If you're just coming to there, that's fine. You come as far as you can go. Yeah, if you need to rest your bottom a bit more, rest your bottom. I think we should have about 3 more left. Come on, power up. 2. Give me 1 more. Hold. Now lift, 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 lift. If you can, take that arm up and over and look behind. 5, 4, reach it. 2, and drop it down. Give that arm a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a rest. Dropping down. And just relax your spine, let your chin drop towards your chest, knees are slightly open. Fabulous. Okay, we're going to go for those arm rotations on the other side, even if your right arm is feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Ooh, right, don't grab your weights, ignore that. So this time, hands on the knees, lift up tall, arms float forward. We drop back slightly, we lift that arm up, we follow it, float it around and down and then to the other side. So we're just swooping the arms the opposite direction. Squeeze those thighs. So I much prefer this direction. I'm glad I did the other direction first. So you can do 1 more on each side, continue this motion, or if you wish, 4 more with both arms. Let's go. Inhale, sink back a little bit more, guys, and circle around. Inhale, come on, right up to the sky. Open out. 2 more. Last one, scoop that belly in. Then pause here. Shoulders relaxed. Let's go. Reach, reach, reach. Press, press. Get that breath going. Come on, work it. 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on. 3, last 2, and 1. And grab those shins. Lift yourself up. So we've got 1 more thing to do, and that's the other side of our 1 arm bridge hip lifts. There you go, just made that word up and those words up. They do have a name, I can't remember, it's something to do with a crab. I'll have to find out. Okay, so I'm going to slide my left hand a little bit further underneath my body with my fingers facing away, and then I'm going to lift my right arm up with my hips. Let's all go together. Spread your toes, ground your feet. When you're ready, let's go. Lift up, 10, tap down, 9, 8. Oh, I've got knee crunches going on here. 7. Come on, big lift. 6, 5. Good work, guys. Keep it going. 4. Squeeze that butt. 3. Lots of arm strength in that left arm. Okay, we hold this one up. Let's go. Lift, push the floor away. Lift those hips. Now stretch that arm back if you can. Lift and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Bring the soles, those feet together. I'm just going to turn to you. Get a nice little distance between the groin and the heels. And then just breathe as we drop down. Lower the chin towards the head, curve the spine. I really enjoy the release. And then carefully roll it out. I want you to keep your left foot pulled in a little bit closer. Take your right leg out wide. Turn towards it. Take a reach up through your left arm. And we're going to try and catch hold of the foot. So you're trying to